Okay, sorry I look like crap, but it's the morning. So we just got this from Amazon. Joe got me an early Mother's Day present because my jewelry is flipping everywhere. You guys know I love me some junk jewelry, and I have a ton of it, and I don't organize it well. So I've always wanted a full standing mirror so that when I get dressed, and then some place to hold my jewelry. And look at this! I'm so stinking excited. So it's got lots of places for my junk earrings and bracelets and necklaces and all that good stuff. These are supposed to hold, I think, your like lotions and things, but I probably won't use it for that. I'll probably get some of those like Dollar Tree, you know, or like craft bead organization things and just put them in here for some more storage. But I love this setup. I wasn't sure because it was kind of inexpensive that it would be any kind of decent. I thought it would be really rickety, but it's not. It's super solid. It like is what, 360 all the way around.
Yeah, you got the shelves on the back there.
Yeah, so I'm sure that here is probably where I would put lotion or other like bigger bangle jewelry in some sort of little storage bins. But I am super excited about this. I think it's the perfect Mother's Day present for me. It's got like a lock on it so you can lock it, but I can't imagine using the lock. But yeah, super nice. I'm really excited about it. And now I have a built-in task over the next couple days. I'm going to fill it up and then I'll show you how it looks when I have it all filled up with my jewelry.
It is a sad day.
It can't be that sad because my coffee's delicious.
It's a sad day because I'm out of Mateo's salsa.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics. And then every Monday, we go live on Keto on the Couch, where we just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon in that way. Every single time we have a beautiful breakfast, you'll be alerted to it.
I need a high five.
High five.
Because you're never allowed to leave me hanging for a high five. It's like marriage rules.
That's right, but I don't know, what is that high five for?
Well, the high five is because I don't have cheese in my eggs.
Oh, high five indeed.
So,
Good job.
have been way overdoing it on the cheese lately.
Okay.
And I can have a little bit of cheese, but a lot of cheese tends to, number one, cause a little bit of bloating in me. I mean, it's a temporary thing, but it takes a day or so to go away. What?
High five that I know you struggle with it. I know it's frustrating, but me saying, don't have that, don't eat that, like that is not going to make it happen, right? So high five because I'm not trying to police you.
The other thing about it is that when I do get into cheese, it becomes like I'm eating a lot of it. So, for example, last week I bought cheese curds when I went to Aldi. They're all gone. You didn't get any.
I love you, man. We are just like super honest.
It's a drive-by thing for me.
Put it out there.
So, like, and then we've gone out to the Brazilian steakhouse a couple times, and there I'm fine. Like, have a bunch of cheese because they have it out there. But I need to not be doing a lot of it at home. Maybe a little bit as part of a meal, but I've got to just try to not have snacking cheese in the house because it becomes a thing for me. Every meal has a whole bunch of snacking cheese.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, I've eaten 5 or 6 ounces of cheese. It's not, I'm not limiting it to just an ounce or so.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Now that you've decided I need to put a fence around it, I need to eat less cheese is not enough of a boundary, right? Because like, that's just too open. You have to decide, this month I am eating 1 ounce of cheese per day, 2 ounces of cheese per day, 10 ounces per cheese per day.
That's me.
I'm completely fine with whatever number you come up with for yourself, but I think you have to come up with a number. Otherwise, it's like, well, I ate 10 ounces yesterday, so 1 ounce really is barely anything.
So my plan over the next couple weeks is it's got to be part of the meal. Like, I think we're thinking about making like truffle pizzas tonight. So maybe having a little bit of mozzarella, but not even a lot because there's going to be mozzarella in the truffles themselves.
There you go.
And cooking it seems to not affect me as much. It's more of when I have just like hunks of cheese. But if I'm cooking it, it doesn't seem to bloat me as much. So if it's part of a truffle or something like that. But I already know that next Sunday, the boys and I are taking you out for Mother's Day to Texas de Brazil. We have our reservations. They're doing like a dinner all day long.
Nice.
We chose Texas de Brazil over Rodizio because Rodizio Grill is doing dinner all day long, but it's a special menu that includes a tomahawk steak, which to me is the biggest ripoff in the whole meat industry.
Right.
Because you pay for a giant bone.
Exactly. It looks cool, though.
It looks cool, but also it's like unlimited dessert, and we're not going to eat dessert. So why should we pay $7 or $8 more per person when we're not going to eat the dessert anyway?
Exactly.
So we're going there. We're taking you there for Mother's Day. And then the following week, we're going to Orlando. And we'll be going out with all of our subscribers that happen to be in the area to Texas de Brazil.
There's 2 days you're going to be having cheese.
I'm going to be eating a bunch of cheese on those days.
There you go.
Because it's there and I'm going to want to eat it. So I'm going to try to be good on the days that we're not doing that.
That's a good plan.
So breakfast does not look super appetizing. I made like a breakfast scramble. So this is 3 eggs a piece. And then we had some sausage that I had already pre-cooked. So that's thrown in there. There was a little bit left. And then there's some bacon in there as well. Like I had pre-cooked a whole bunch of bacon for a recipe. And that was just all chopped up and already cooked. So I threw a little bit in there. Kind of like homemade bacon bits.
Yeah.
So, and then I put the end of my Mateos in there.
You're super sad.
Here's the problem when you have memberships for 3 different like big box, like Sam's,
we need
Costco,
to keep
and
notes
BJ's.
On where
you
we
can't
get
remember
what.
where you get it.
Yeah.
So I know they don't have it at BJ's.
Right.
Yesterday I had stopped at Sam's because I was looking for the sausage that Chris introduced us to when we were in Utah. Remember that breakfast sausage, which ours doesn't have it. And they don't have
really
it.
Good.
So that narrows it down, and we got this in Costco. It would help. I could probably go back and watch old vlogs, but we're not going to do that. So, and then you have just a tablespoon of this, which, by the way, we are not sponsored by these companies.
No.
If this company wants to sponsor us, I am definitely open to it.
You're totally aboard.
Because this stuff is amazing. I know you can buy it. I've seen it in Sprouts.
Okay.
And I've also seen it in Walmart, but I just know that buying this big giant jar is a lot cheaper. When I saw it in Sprouts, for the little jar, they were charging the same amount that we pay for this big giant jar. And then this is really good too, but this is more of like a chunky kind of...
I like chunky.
Yeah, this is like a very thin salsa.
Yeah.
Coffee is 40 ounces of coffee split between the two of us, an egg, some iodine drops, chocolate element, and then 2 scoops of the perfect keto MC2.
There's a lot going
peanut
on
butter
in here.
So you got peanut butter chocolate with an egg in there. And Perfect Keto is actually having a Mother's Day sale.
Aww.
So link for that down below. It's good through Sunday Mother's Day. It's buy 2, get 1 free. Perfect Keto are huge supporters of Two Crazy Ketos. So if you need some stuff, use that link to stock up. We really appreciate you guys for supporting the sponsors who support Two Crazy Ketos.
That is tasty.
This is really good in coffee. Like the peanut
really
butter
good.
And the strawberry one.
Surprisingly.
It's really, really good. I also like the salted caramel one. The other thing, we need another high five. We're all caught up on vlogs. There are no vlogs to come out with. So this one will have to come out fairly early because there's no more vlogs. Like we're not a week behind on vlogs anymore.
That is amazing. So you've learned by tracking during the month of April that you need better sleep. That's definitely something we learned. And then you're eating too much cheese for your comfort level.
Yep.
Right? This is not something that anyone else is imposing on you.
Right.
It's something you've noticed, right? Because that makes all the difference in the world as far as I'm concerned. Moving forward into May, do you feel the need to track all of your food like we were doing?
Well, I am going to maintain tracking for a little bit because For me, April was kind of a weird month when it comes to tracking. If you look at my tracking over the month of April, I'm under eating. Okay, so, and I think that right now my metabolism has kind of slowed down because for the last couple months, I'm only eating about 100 grams of fat a day.
Okay.
And my protein is okay some days, but other days it's very low. Now, the protein is not used for energy, so long as I'm getting at least 120 grams of protein, I'm good, because I'm not lifting a bunch in the gym. So everybody should be eating a minimum of 100 grams of protein. But if you look along all of our tracking for the month, I'm eating close to the same amount as you.
Mm-hmm.
That works out to be about 1,500 calories. And for me, what?
And a little something.
For me, that's probably not enough fuel. And the reason that I've been under eating is with all of my mouth work.
Yeah.
You know, so that it made things a little bit more difficult. I can only eat so many eggs and so much pudding and stuff like
There's
that.
a little bit of sadness.
Yeah.
That goes with that too. When you get,
like, woe is me. I can't eat steak.
It is challenging not to get depressed when problems arise.
Right.
And when you are an emotional eater like we are, depression can cause you to either overeat or undereat in some circumstances.
Yeah. So if you look at like the last week or so, it's been much higher. But that's because I've been able to chew a little bit more.
Right.
I'm supposed to be getting the upper right, my partial dentures this week, so that will probably help. So towards the end of the week, it may be a little difficult because I'm having a tooth extracted. So I'll have a couple days where it won't be as pleasurable. But then I'll be able to get into hopefully eating, a little bit more in the way of actual, meat and stuff like that, and not having to rely so much on just soft foods. I mean, we do have the whole bottom, but I'll have the back chewing teeth, and that's the part that you need for the steak and everything.
I like that you have shared that you have kind of consistently under-eaten this past month, and that does not necessarily translate to losing weight.
It sounds weird.
It sounds weird, and I think a lot of people are purposely under-eating. I know I have in the past purposely under-eaten so that I could see weight loss, but it doesn't necessarily translate into weight loss. Sometimes it translates into your body trying to help you through a difficult season, and it says to you, okay, I'm going to slow everything down, including your metabolism, to help you.
Yeah. So have you learned anything?
I did. I've learned that I am eating to maintain where I'm at right now. But I don't want to be where I'm at right now.
Right.
It's not bad. I mean, if I had to stay here, it wouldn't be tragic. I fit into all of my clothes and I'm comfortable and everything. But I really would like to shave off 5 pounds.
Okay.
5 pounds, I feel like would do some more body contouring that I enjoy.
Yeah, so you've been eating 140 to 150 grams of fuel
Yes.
per day. And as we've talked about before, fuel is the combination of fat and carbs combined. So that doesn't have anything to do with protein.
No.
Because the protein's not fuel. The fuel is the fat and the carbs. And you have to keep those two combined at the level that you want to be. So if you want to stay in a ketogenic lifestyle and eat keto and be producing ketones, you got to keep the carbs low.
Right.
But let's say you only have 110 grams of fat, then if you want to do 140, you have up to 30 total carbohydrates, not net, total.
Right.
Okay. But if you have 130 grams of fat, now you're limited to 10 grams of carbohydrates. But that is maintaining your weight. So if you want to lose weight, you probably have to bring that total down to about 120. So that'd be 100 grams of fat and up to 20 grams of carbs, or 90 grams of fat and 30 grams of carbs, however you want to work at.
Yeah.
So that will be kind of the thing to look into as we enter into this new month, although, we'll track a little bit. But you also have your May book study, which will probably help you too, because you're going to be talking about habits.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what I'm hoping. So we're keeping track, not because for the rest of our life we're going to be crazy trackers. Like that is not necessarily what is going to happen moving forward. But in order for me to behold change, I need to be tracking to a certain extent,
right?
Because I need to see where I'm tightening up ship and then what's happening as a result. So we're continuing to kind of collect data on ourselves, and not just on ourselves, but on the foods we eat. Because I think sometimes, you know, it's like anything. What does 100 grams of protein look like? What does 20 total carbs look like across the day? Unless I am putting it into Chronometer and taking a look at it, I don't just intuitively know that the combination of things produces, you know, this math equation. I need to study the numbers a little.
All right. Guess what? Keto on the Couch starts in 20 minutes.
Let's go.
Why are you vacuuming with that vacuum when Roomba is running right behind you?
Because we have a very formidable opponent, and that is the hair on our animals. I feel like I could vacuum 24 hours a day and I would still pick something up.
Okay, we're gonna make some keto chow truffles. I'm gonna make some savory ones using the spicy taco, and then we're gonna make some sweet ones, and I'm gonna use chocolate. And we're also gonna make some with raspberry cheesecake and add some blueberries into it. So in a bowl, we're gonna put 3 eggs. And 1 serving of raspberry cheesecake. Go ahead and mix all that up. The key here is to kind of break up all the lumps the best you can. It looks pretty good. And then we're going to add to that 1 cup of mozzarella cheese and mix all that in together. Now I'm going to come over here to my truffle makers. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of them. We're going to put just a little bit of avocado oil on them because I haven't used these in a while. And what we're going to do is just put a spoon of each batter into the truffle maker or waffle maker. Not quite sure if I have enough. We're going to go ahead and test it with this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and check these. That looks pretty good. So that's 1, 2. Go ahead and make some more. While those are cooking, let's go ahead and give these a try. Good raspberry flavor. I like this. I think we're gonna put some berries in the next couple. What you doing?
I'm working on an outline for book study.
You're excited about this.
I'm super excited about it. I'm not sure if I'll do a great job, but I'm gonna give it my best effort.
You're gonna be awesome, especially when you have to live stream all by yourself. So the kids are out in the pool, so I was able to get back in the kitchen. So I made some raspberry cheesecake keto chow truffles.
Ooh, that smells so stinking good.
The next batch that I have in there right now, I added a few blueberries to it.
Oh, wow.
Now, you don't really like truffles. You always said it was like way too eggy.
No, but this is one of the things, this is like lending itself to more of like the sweet side,
right?
The desserty side. So it's like you piqued my attention. It's kind of like the same thing of having like pancakes. You know, I could eat pancakes all the time.
So we got 8 truffles out of that batch, which is 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, a serving of keto chow, and 3 eggs. Now we're gonna make some chocolate ones. So we're still waiting for that 1 raspberry cheesecake to be done. So we'll go ahead and get this chocolate one going here. We did add some blueberries into the last couple. The only problem is the blueberries are sticking into the bottom, so maybe this truffle will actually take it out. I'm also gonna try to spread it out a little bit more. Go ahead and check this one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, see how there's some blueberries stuck in there? Okay, let's go ahead and check out this first batch. Ooh, that looks good. This one's overflowing just a little bit. That's okay. A little bit of melted cheese is never gonna hurt. Let's try pressing a couple of these blueberries like right inside. Biggest reason we're using these blueberries is because they're getting old. Okay, I took it up a notch. You have those blueberries that are starting to get a little old. So the last couple, I added blueberries into the raspberry cheesecake.
Wow.
And there's only like 2 or 3 blueberries per truffle.
Look at my lap cat. As soon as you start working on something,
She sits in your lap.
every cat is like, I think that you need a lap warmer.
Those blueberries really up the sweetness to it.
And this is how I need to enjoy them in this or in the yogurt, so that I'm tasting it in every bite, but I don't need a bushel of them.
So the chocolate and the raspberry cheesecake ones are done. Now we're gonna make some spicy taco. And it's the same thing. 1 serving of spicy taco keto chow, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, and 3 eggs, and then mix it all together. One thing I did find is the batter is a little bit thinner consistency as opposed to the keto chow that has the milk protein isolate, but it should still come out the same way. So you can see the batter is a little bit thinner of a consistency, but it should still work well. I'm just gonna put a little bit more since it's a thinner consistency. Probably don't need to, but we're gonna see how it comes out. Now the reason I'm using spicy taco is yesterday we had some ground beef and pork, and we added like spicy taco keto chow into it, and also some taco seasoning. So we have a bunch left over, and that's what we're gonna do for dinner. Is we're gonna put like one of these down and then put some of that taco meat on top, maybe a little bit of salsa, some guacamole, and have it as like an open-faced, like taco sandwich. Let's go ahead and check out these spicy taco ones. Oh, that came out good. Perfect. So while those truffles are cooking up, we're gonna heat up the ground beef in the microwave, and I'm also gonna make some of these sausages that I picked up yesterday at Sam's Club. These are from a company called True Story, and these are chili relleno chicken sausages, and the ingredients in these are really, really clean. It is chicken, and then it's tortilla cheese, which is pasteurized grade, whole milk, salt, cultures, and enzymes, poblano peppers, potassium lactate, vinegar, and then contains 2% or less of Monterey Jack cheese. We've got roasted garlic, sauteed onions, sea salt, chili powder, onion powder, black pepper, granulated garlic, cumin, oregano, water. And one link is 150 calories, 10 grams of fat, 14 grams of protein, and 1 total carbohydrate. So these are really clean. What I'm gonna do is cut them in half and stick them in the air fryer, which I already have heating up.
This meal looks fun. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like a lot of fun on a plate.
It's not what we were planning, but Anthony and Sarah were hanging out, so I didn't really have access to do a whole bunch of filming in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And because of that, we're eating late. It's like almost 7 o'clock, but that's okay.
Totally fine.
We just had a longer fast from breakfast and house. I mean, that's like we fasted almost 12 hours between lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
No way has 12 hours gone by
12
already.
hours, yeah.
Wow, okay.
That's what we ate this morning, so.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Here's what we got since you weren't here. So I made a couple of truffles using the spicy taco keto chow.
These look amazing.
Which is just, it's spicy taco and then mozzarella cheese, so that doesn't bring a lot of flavor.
Okay.
And then eggs. So right there, pretty healthy. And it's a cup of mozzarella cheese, but divided among 8 truffles.
Did you say it doesn't bring a lot of flavor?
The mozzarella cheese itself, like you never liked them with the cheddar cheese.
Parrots.
Right. When you use the mozzarella cheese, it doesn't take away from the flavor of the keto chow.
No,
Whereas
it doesn't.
if you use cheddar cheese, that's not going to go good with a sweet flavor.
Yeah.
On top of that is leftover taco meat from last night, which was ground beef and then a little bit of ground pork And then we had like a small little thing of broccoli.
Little sprigs of broccoli.
So we had put that was dinner on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then there was spicy taco keto chow in there along with a bunch of taco seasoning.
Great use for leftovers.
And then on top of yours is guacamole. I'm not as big of a guacamole fan as
Guacamole.
Rachel is.
I love it.
On top of mine is a little bit of our yogurt.
Okay.
Using it in place of sour cream. It
works
almost
great.
the same. And then these sausages, I picked them up at Sam's Club.
True story?
They're from a company called True Story. And the thing is the ingredients are super clean. There's like no added sugar or anything.
Wow.
And they're made with chicken.
True story?
So I figured that would be a good pair. So we each have 2 of those. And then a little bit of salsa, just a little bit.
Salsa.
And then for dessert kind of thing,
This
instead of
isn't-
keto chow ice cream.
This isn't spicy taco.
Is it bad that I want to start with that?
I do want to start with that
So this is a chocolate keto chow truffle that had a couple of blueberries in it, topped with just a tablespoon of our yogurt.
too. Okay.
Oh, you're being nice. And then a couple more blueberries.
I know. I just want to manhandle it, to be honest, but.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will take that.
All day. Wow, that's good. Okay.
I'm interested in trying these sausages.
I want the sausages, but I want to try this.
Yeah, but I want to dink the sausage.
Oh, you want to dink the sausages?
You've tasted the ground beef.
I really need a knife, sir.
I'll get you one.
All right.
Ready?
Dink. Dang. They've got some good seasoning.
Wow.
Right? Usually, I expect, when it's not a beef sausage, I'm kind of expecting wah wah.
No, that is
and that's not
packed
its
with
flavor tone.
flavor.
All right, now I
Let
want to
me grab you a knife, and I'll turn off the last set of truffles going.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a knife,
We got plenty of leftovers, I see.
and here's our truffles. So we already ate 2 of the blueberry ones, or the raspberry cheesecake when we were trying them.
We were trying them.
And then we
that
have
was
some
quality
chocolate.
control.
And then we can even, there's the spicy taco ones, and we can even use that as like a crust for pizza or something
Absolutely.
like that tomorrow.
You want to dink this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you borrow my knife since you got one.
I have never made truffles with spicy taco keto chow, so
This
if
is
it
the
doesn't
day.
taste good,
Today is the day.
I'm sorry. Wait, I gotta get a little bit of sour cream on there, or yogurt, and then a little bit of salsa.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of salsa. Gonna
Okay.
dink it? I waited for you, and you just were going right in, weren't you?
Dink.
That is tasty.
That works.
Wow.
That really works.
I'm gonna take the knife back, and you can go full caveman on those guys.
Okay. So good news, bad news.
Okay.
Used up most of our eggs. Bad
Well,
news.
that is
used
good.
up most of our eggs.
I know, right?
We had,
Double-edged
like-
sword.
We had like 2 trays of them, but between making 2 batches of our egg bites, you know, as a meal prep today, which if you haven't seen that video, link for it right up here.
Those are good.
Really great meal prep, perfect 1-to-1, a quarter of the price of going to like, you know, someplace like Starbucks and getting egg bites. So between making 2 batches of those and making 3 sets of truffles, we need eggs. So the girls better get moving out there. They only
Right.
give us 4 to 6 a day. So
I think that they've done amazing to help our meal prep this week.
Yeah.
Right? And we're not usually meal preppers, but truffles, you got to kind of meal prep. You're probably not going to make a batch and only make 1. So truffles is the perfect meal prep. And I say, get all in and use, if you have any leftover berries or anything like that, I'm glad that we were able to save them, because I think if they had stayed a day or 2 on their own in the refrigerator, we would have just thrown them out, right? We would have just been like past the point of helping them. So I think this is a great use of berries, and we're going to enjoy them in their proper place.
well, we're almost out of berries, which is fine. But we've been really good. We've had the same package of berries in the house for 2 weeks. In the past, that would have lasted like a day.
Right.
So we've been putting them in their place, and I'm happy with that. It's been a long time since we made the keto chow truffles, and I don't understand why we stopped making them, because this is really, really good.
And it really wasn't that hard.
No,
Right.
no. Now, I've only got the little individual dashes. I did go onto Amazon, and found that Dash now came out with like a 4-1. So it's a square, but it makes 4 of these in one batch. So I did order that. I'll leave a link for it down below, because if you want to make them, instead of having like a whole line of machines, you can just make 4 at once and speed up the process.
Well, it was interesting. So I was talking to Caleb, who went to work today after a battle with a sinus infection. He just had some problems with his sinuses, had to like take a time out of work and then be able to get well. Went back today and said, you know what? I had disconnected from the garbage that they sort of provide at work. You know how like in the break room, you've got like Chips Ahoy's and you have some other like snacks that are sort of an homage to being healthy, but really they're chock full of sugar. And he's like, I knew when I came in and started eating them that they weren't really on plan. They weren't on anybody's plan, but I just started eating them thoughtlessly. And having a week to sort of disconnect from them really helped me to remind me that like I can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner and not incorporate those things. So he actually said, hey, do you mind if I eat those egg bites for breakfast? If
That's what they're there for.
Have the truffles for breakfast, or bring those with me for lunch. And it's like, that's a great meal prep for a family too, because, you know, kid tested.
And nobody's going to complain about those egg bites. I mean, on Saturday, Anthony and I were heading out to our game. He had a very late night on Friday, and he picked up what Caleb had. So he picked up that little bit of a sinus infection. So he was still recovering from that. And he's like, I just need some food. And so I had the first round of those. When we first were creating the recipe, you know, you have to make multiple batches.
Right.
And I had the first round, and I'm like, I have these. And it's actually thanks to him that they got to the perfect spot.
Yes.
Because he ate them, and he's like, these are really good, but you need more salt. Because when I first made them, like we said in that video, I figured the bacon would bring enough salt that you don't need any. But then when you tasted it, and it was like, it's kind of bland. Like, it needs salt.
And just like you see when he does the review videos, you're not confused as to what his opinion is.
He doesn't care that I made it.
Yeah. He's like, this need more salt. You know? So we went ahead and made some alterations, and I think it was good.
And even the fact that you don't like cilantro, and you're like, this needs the cilantro.
I don't hate cilantro. I'm not my mom when it comes to cilantro, but it's usually not my favorite, but I think it added the perfect amount of flavor.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and check out that recipe. So we're going to end this vlog right here. We may or may not vlog tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That is our busiest day of the week. Rachel's got meetings in the morning. I have to cut. And then we're supposed to be going out to dinner with Anthony, one of our subscribers. Not our son, but Anthony, one of our subscribers. And so, I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. So maybe we'll start one. Depends on if Anthony's okay with us turning on the camera. But we will go from there. But if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos that we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon. And that way, every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.